Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Exponential Capitals on the Ottoman Empire Advanced map. We're playing as a green player out of the third position. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a very interesting board of blizzards here, particularly this blizzard here, which I guess is kind of Tunisia. I would assume they're calling that one Tunisia. And then the Cyrenaica blizzard, which is, you guys know, you've heard me say, this is my favorite spot to cap on this map. I just think it's the strongest spot on the board. White goes on a shared 2-point hold for the left-hand side. Now, mind you, this territory here in Syracuse is part of that left bonus in Morin province. So if White's trying to go for a 2-point hold over that, they do actually have to 3-point hold it down in that little area. The blizzard splits that up. I think the 2 in Turkey is my best spot. I think purple probably ends up on the 4 up here in Caspian Basin. I'm not seeing anything else on the board that really appeals to me. This 3 over here isn't terrible, but this gives me a really, really good center play. I can potentially let purple move their material out, play for a hold in Arabia. Likely not going to be able to play for North Africa. Maybe extend down into East Africa. I'm not really trying to play for bonuses here. You guys know how quickly Exponential ramps up. We're playing this map here today for our Thursday video. I know on Thursdays lately, I've been playing some pretty unpopular maps, to say the least. This one I would not say is unpopular. I think it gets enough play, but you know what I don't think it gets is enough YouTube play, right? I'm not seeing a ton of people other than the rare vampire chicken video, and he's really the only one. I don't see much of the other guys playing this one. So we are playing it here today because I think this map is great. Our tier list, I believe we had this in A tier, which is not a bad spot to be on that tier list. Let me double check. I've got it pulled up here. Yeah, the upper part of A tier, it was our, looks like 10th ranked map, which I think is fair. This one's a lot of fun. It's can be a little easy to card block on, especially when you got a cap like myself in purple. Black smokes through a pink 3. Questionable choice there, if you ask me, especially if they're capped back there, but that may just become White's problem, and I don't need any fortifies out. I think Black may have a completely undefended cap in the back there. The question is White aware of it? Is he going to smoke my... Oh my god, he's smoking 3s himself. Poor Pink, man. Pink player can't catch a break. Now, I don't really want to take a card directly next to my capital. And I'm not going to. I lose pathing down this way, but I don't think that's inherently a problem. I don't want to take this card here. I want to leave any cards that are directly surrounding my capital in an exponential game like this. I want them all to remain open. I do close off my pathing down into Arabia, but we've got good cap defense and we should be okay. This 4 I can potentially hit down this way on the next turn. Maybe Pink will use their 3. I don't even know where Pink is. I have a feeling that based off of watching 2 of their 3s get walloped, another 3 here, another 3 here, 2, 1. They must not have capped anywhere crazy strong as far as where they actually have material. Because if you think 6 troops here, another 9 in the middle, they've only got 5 anywhere else. I don't know how many territories we started with. I guess 9, since I only took 1 and I wasn't hit before that. So purple is going to go here. Purple's going to be disappointed. Yeah, they find red's capital immediately. They didn't put anything on capital. This was a 7 to begin with. Oh, okay, they put it over here. Smoke through some. Yeah, I'm not surprised red's on. So they didn't know red was capped here, right? Because red's on Kermanshah. Not surprised red's upset with that. They lost, what, a 2 or a 3, whatever that was over here. Everybody's hitting big stuff so far. I didn't want to do that. I'm not trying to waste my material. I do think black and white are going to have problems with each other over here. It's just, I'm interested to see what pathing black tries to take. It looks like, again, they're playing completely off cap, and red hits into white there. Doesn't bring the 6 back to capital either. Very bizarre play going on from really everyone. Purple just took too long to kind of make up their mind with what play they were going to make. Doesn't have any of this material back up into cap. I'm actually not incentivized to remove any of my material up by them either. because I don't want them to hold the bonus, and I have a feeling that these players aren't going to let each other hold the bonus. Pink splits 2s here, which in the past I would say isn't a very good play because of, yeah, saw that one coming. Does he slam this? Black thought he could weasel through here. Didn't think he'd find White's capital. Is he going to just sit on him? And fortifies forward from the back. Okay, I don't think Black's very good, unfortunately. This looks like, unless he rolls off the 3 up top, is he going to hit Black right here? Or is he going to hit me? Hits me. Ooh, he may lose this. Gets really bad dice on the 2 there. You got to bring that back in. He might lose his capital there. We've got to be on the lookout. Yeah, pink. See, I would say previously, like, this is a true random play, all of these separated 2s. I'm not going to lose out on an ability to take a card. Now, it doesn't end up hurting me because... It doesn't end up hurting me because of the, a good roll there. But we saw how it affected White on that roll. Does he keep going up here? Oh, hits into... Well, that's maybe not necessarily into red. Does he smoke my 3? So he start hitting the 2s. He hits my 3, loses 1. Purple is very aggressive. I'm finding out that the purple player is very, very aggressive. And I think they're hitting a little too much of red where it's going to start bothering red. Now, unfortunately, they didn't get bad dice on my 3. You're hoping that somebody loses like 4 on a roll like that, especially with those rolls being a little bit more common. But yeah, since the balance blitz changes, I've noticed that 2s tend to take off. Like we saw my 2 take off 3 of White's troops. Like that feels like it's been happening more since the changes last year. Pink is down here. If Pink leaves this here, I got a 13 cap with a game of players who are playing really aggressively. I think I hit this. I think I hit this 5. I'm not really incentivized to let anybody hold a bonus right now. Problem is, I think White's going to lose their capital here. I think Black rolls a 12 on, what was it, 12 on 6? Oh, he doesn't get it. He tried to get it. I think he double hit it from both sides and failed. And flags. It's going to depend on what pathing White tries to take in here because... He had 2 troops left. Right, because this would be 7 between each spot. Does he hit me out of here? He should. Fails that roll, so his cap's super weak. I assume Black is in the back over here. White comes out of that woodwork there. Do I go steal the free capital or do I hit Pink? I have to go check, right? Purple is there. That was bad dice at the end. There's no point letting Pink hold there if I'm not going to get any of these troops back to cap anyway. Box White out of this spot. A slight kill guard there. So he's got what? This was a 6. He left 3 here. It's 4 on cap here. Purple being here is a little bit dangerous. The fact that I lost a troop on that 4-on-1, that is brutal. If this was a 3, it might hold, but now Black might place behind me. And I think Purple gets this bonus up here. Pretty close to it. I don't know that Red will let him hold, though. Purple lets Red hold. I didn't realize Red had the entire +6 there. Imagine if Pink's cap is undefended, Red steals it. I wasn't about to let Pink hold down here. I didn't think this map is frequently not a bonus map. Pink's going to wallop me. The Fortify up here, the split Fortify, didn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, slams the 3, loses just 1. But it slowed him down a little bit with material that I wasn't otherwise going to keep there. I don't think Pink has a well-defended capital at all. I actually think they have an incredibly poorly defended capital, but we'll see what happens. White to place here would need 5. So 6, 5, 4. So it'd be a 4-on-2. if they came back here for this. We have a kill guard on black as well. Could start defending both of our positions. If he plays off the 6 here, though, you get 11. And if you got really good dice, you'd have more to get back here. Yeah, black played completely off cap there. Double cap slam on both sides. Fails. And white maybe has quit as well. Nope, he's back. So now that red is holding this, I feel a little bit more worried. He's going to hit my 3. Loses 3. Kind of a silly play. I need to keep black out here. I think I risk the kill guard. Question is, do I actually want purple in here? I don't want it essentially wastes a troop in there if I do that. I think I want red out of this side, so I think hitting red here is not a bad idea. Something like this. I'll lose a troop, which is not great. I just needed this to be a little bit better defended. Not going to skip. But ideally black trades out in space. I'll still try to kill guard it because I think it's worthwhile at this point to do that. And red lets purple hold. I think that is pretty crazy. I think it's pretty absurd that red would let this player hold. I think you use your advantage there, but yeah, then that's why purple didn't let him hold. You know, red held it last turn. Maybe purple wasn't aware that that happened, and now they're going to start fighting each other. So pink will be the one person to come away from this turn with a held bonus. I think going into the next turn, pink's going to be the only one that has a bonus unless I try to break them. Now, there's only a +3. They're not going to have this split here in North Africa. I'm not really worried about it. And I slowed them down a little bit, but they do get the best trade. So we're effectively trying to play for an elim on black. White's going to be coming down this way. I could see white even trading in early off of this material here and coming and hitting me. Now, the question, so purple has this. These were both cleared at some point by both of these players. So, and we saw white fortify out of this. I don't believe there was black on either of these two spots. 3 troops here placed from black with no trade in. I don't think white has removed black from in here, though. So that's actually something to consider right now, is that while I have a kill guard on black, so does white. Because black was in this Tripolitania, hit me on Fazan, right? Or no, this isn't a kill guard. It's not a kill guard. I have that mistake. Aorgla, probably not saying that correctly. Aorgla has pathing into this area, so it's not actually a kill guard. Now, I'm not going to trade. Of course, I don't know how many straight attacks on ones for me is that where I've lost a troop. 1, 2, 3, because these weren't hits on ones. 3 straight attacks on ones where I've lost a troop. Now red let purple hold. What are you doing, dude? Why? You don't even have the bonus. This guy is so greedy, it's crazy. You even saw this here, so attacking an extra time. I mean, it helps because he's clearing most of this for me. I do worry that white's going to try to push my capital. Red holds. All right, they don't break each other, but red actually reaps the benefits. I thought for sure he retaliated there, and he didn't. And I think that's maybe a mistake, but... So black here and here. I think what could happen here is pink tries to go for black. And then, well, it'll trade in, right? So it doesn't really matter if white tries to go for it. But I have this. Actually, white trying to go for it would be the best thing. Like pink coming up in here and taking this. One of two things could happen. I actually think it's going to place most of its troops here if pink is holding troops on this spot. Pink breaks red. And then this is why I think red trying to go for this bonus was dangerous. Because you're sandwiched between 2 other players trying to take bonuses. Now, I don't know if there's black in one of these spots, but they're not here. So black here, here, and this is what my concern was. I think this will break pink. Although it might be a bonus taker. You see the 2 separate stacks placed there. This will come up into me. And if it goes to the right, I won't be able to see. I won't. Yeah, it doesn't break. But there's quite a bit of black there. You almost hope that pink goes for black. Because it doesn't place anything behind me. Now, the kill guard could backfire, but we're going to try to hold it as long as we possibly can. You can hit me out of there, dude. I do not care. There's actually a world here where we could get pretty close to a kill guard on white. Or not a kill guard, but a card block on white. But I'm not interested in that right now. I don't want to take next to the cap here. I think next to the cap to the left isn't really a bad thing. Something like that should be fine. I'm playing take a card and pass, but it's positional. I'm trying to get an advantage here. Purple's cap is actually not closed off to me. Because I assume they haven't hit into red, I don't think, recently. I have pathing into pink. Into black down here. Got the kill guard on black there. We don't have a trade on 3. But I could card block white. Now, the issue here is the second set of trade-ins. We're at the point where the second set, white could just roll this capital and scoop black if black's been removed everywhere else. I think a lot of these, I think white's a little inexperienced, and these other, white's a little inexperienced, red's too trusting, purple is quit. And that, of course, places on the left side of me instead of the right. A little bit problematic. And then, I don't know why purple quit. Red, I think, is too trusting of their neighbors. And pink is, you know, they're guarding their bonus with 5s and stuff. Like, just, when I see that stuff in an expo game, I don't think much of the player. White goes MIA off of that, but that may not actually matter. Seems like red may have gone into pink off of that. I don't think they have the pink elim, but maybe they stole pink's capital. Because red had a decent amount of troops. I definitely think red had a decent amount of troops. They have a ton of attacking here. Whatever that attacking was, it wasn't into the pink player. So maybe they stole purple's capital. Pink trades for the 23. White comes back. I think I have to, if black doesn't set on 3, we have to take black now, I think. I know it's a little early, but for 4 cards, it might be worth it with all this purple junk next to me and potential of white setting and rolling this capital. It's a little too much risk there. You know, you wonder if pink knocked black out of here with how much attacking they're doing. Because there's also the possibility black still places in here next to white. I think white didn't remove black there yet fully. I don't know what that was. White returned, purple did not. So maybe that's purple strategy. Get to the... Thank God, man. Thank God we didn't... You know, puts 3 back here, but of a 30 trade in. I'll take it. Oh, is it going to roll white's capital? It did not. It did not roll white's capital. Okay. I wonder if it placed next to him, though. This is what I was checking. I don't want him in there. Because I want to get into a position where I can card block this player if needed. I also wanted this purple stack to move. I don't know what white was doing in here. Does this break red? I'm not sure. We have a set now, but it doesn't move. So we have bad pathing over into white. We'd have to path off of... We'd have to trade in off of this and try to kill white if white goes to 5. Red holds 9. That territory count double capital? That's not a bonus. It must be territory count double capital. Pink trades. Trade on 3 from pink I think is bizarre because they got such a good trade on the end of the turn order before. I think red's likely too strong. If white goes to 5, I think we win the game. But honestly, if purple doesn't have a capital, which it just got 3 troops, right? Yeah, we are actually hiding this back here. Oh my gosh, he trades in and fails that roll anyway. For 1 card? That's not even worth it, dude. Yeah, pink. I think pink really has no idea what they're doing, unfortunately. Red is scary because I think red's the best player in this game. White, you just hope they don't go for the cap here. This may be... I may have the end of black here as well. No, it's still next to white here, which is probably good. Because maybe white goes for it, trades in and goes for it. Then he gets a card. He does get a card. But purple with no set is probably the most intriguing elimination at this point because it trades me in. Although white, I think, is even more intriguing because there's no way white can stop a 51 trade here if they don't set. Yeah, that's gonna do it for white, I think. Unfortunately for them. It's 5 cards. It's 51 trade. It's too much to pass up on. There's no way their capital is safe at this point with how low their initial trade was. I need to be... I could actually hit through this, right? I think I need to do it this way. That was way tighter than I thought it was. I didn't think they'd even have 29 on that capital, to be completely honest with you guys. Another trade in. 31 can hit here. I need enough to hit the 11. This should have purple here. Black's... Ooh, or do I just take black because it sets me? That was also so risky. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, man. I think I may actually have to give pink second because of... Pink doesn't trade me, red does. $19 here, holy cow. Oh, that was just the end of purple. Can I cap run here? While also eliminating pink? Because I just feel like red deserves it over pink. I just feel like red deserved it. Good game, brother. Dice, I got such bad dice hitting black and white earlier that the dice roll on the cap going -4 at the end is just silly. Oh, what a wild game. I just felt like red was getting bullied a little bit this game, so I wanted to give him second. And I thought I could cap run. I realized that if I got worse dice on pink there, well, I would have just had to elim red. Take red's, if I failed the 30 on 15 there, I would have just had to eliminate red, and I had like 100 something troops to do it, so I think it would have been fine. Double master in here. I'm very surprised white was a master, but maybe it was just the situation that they were thrust in with a bot and getting slammed early, that they just didn't have their colors to show it. And I don't know that they um I don't know that maybe they didn't have a trade on 4 also, but I think you should have known that trade on 4 there was risky to not take. But GG's to red and white and kind of pink, and certainly not purple or black for slamming and quitting, or vice versa. But hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back with more Risk tomorrow. As always, everybody, I have been C Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.